The Jim's Forever collection represents the interest of Jim Godwin over the 6 decades that he's been a Harley-Davidson dealer. He has amassed a collection of motorcycles, starting out pretty much from when he began his dealership.
I started my dealership in 1961 in Minden, Ohio. I was in the service. I had a motorcycle, and I got good friends with Dave Warren, that was a DM in North Carolina, and he said, well, it would cost you $50 for an application. And I gave him $50, and we signed up on the trunk of a car. That's what started my passion of motorcycles.
Harley-Davidson had an extensive dealership network. They started that right away. They realized that would be important. Jim's Harley-Davidson, because it was Jim and Mary, you could say it was literally a mom and pop store, but it's not like he was running it out of a garage. Once he got established, he built a dealership, which was modern in every way, but because of, Jim's mechanical expertise and his salesmanship and their personalities, they were successful in drawing customers in from where they needed to, which was some cases pretty far away. This collection, I think, is almost unique because of the types and the range of Harley-Davidson models that Jim has collected and that he's been interested in, along with the memorabilia that ties everything together along with the motorcycles. There's more Harley-Davidson merchandise and memorabilia here than I even knew existed, from bicycles to belt buckles to ashtrays in the early days, beer cans for different occasions.
I have a very large collection of Harley-Davidson merchandise. Just a little bit of everything that Harley ever made or sold. Here in this building and in the house, I probably got good 10,000 pieces of memorabilia of Harley-Davidson.
There's cases and shelves full of road art and what we call road art. Harley-Davidson memorabilia and collectibles is very, very extensive. So it is a riot of sensation when you come in the door. If you were to attempt today to collect the Harley-Davidson memorabilia and collectibles that Jim and Mary have, it's not possible. You had to be there at the time for these to come into your hands, and he actively sought the stuff out too. People are going to be amazed when they see this. Jim Godwin is he's a motorcycle enthusiast. He's the guy that fixes his stuff and restores his stuff, and he's a personality, a warm one, and he's extremely knowledgeable about Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The row of the lightweights and the panheads, the knuckleheads, the sportsters, the K models, and on and on.
The Hummer came out in 1955 to 59. The reason being, there was a dealer in Iowa named Hummer, and he sold more Hummers than any dealer in the United States. They come out with the 1955 Hummer, and it named it after him. All the Hummers and 165s as close to original as possible, because we had pistons made for them, and we had rods made for them, we had fenders made for them, all exact the way the factory made them, and we put them all together with all new motors and everything, because it's hard to find anything wrong with them.
I've never seen this many in one spot in this level of restoration. I don't know where else they would exist. I doubt they do. Jim has a nice collection of panheads, restored, some originals, but these are important motorcycles. This is when Harley-Davidson really became a king of the road. That's what the panheads represented originally.
My goal was to get one of every panhead, tore all of them down and put them all back together, every one of them just like they were, come out of the factory.
Jim has a number of different anniversary bikes. Of course, the first ones really are the 50th anniversary motorcycles, which then they consider to be in 1954 as the 50th anniversary. He has the K model and he has the FL, the big twin for those. And they're distinctive, they're yellow, and they have that 50th anniversary badge on the front fender.
I have all the anniversaries in the big twins. The 1976 collection, which is a dresser, a FXR, and a Sportster. I got all three of those. I got the Liberty edition for Big Twin. I got the 1980 Sturgis and the 1991 Sturgis. I've got a 40 knucklehead, I got a 47 knucklehead, and I got a 46 knucklehead. I also built a 50th anniversary for the shop. And I walked in the shop one day and I told the mechanics, we're going to build a motorcycle for the 50th anniversary of the shop, and motor is going to be a pan shovel knuckle.
The engine has the rear cylinder's a pan head, the front cylinder's a knuckle head, but the crankcase is shovel head with an alternator. He sourced a custom front springer fork, slightly extended, and had the paint job to reflect. The other parts just came out of his attic or basement, and it is quite a motorcycle that will be very popular.
It's a beautiful motorcycle, and it runs down the road nice, handles good. It's one of a kind. It's got all 50th anniversary gas tank caps on it, the seat and everything. And it says from Jim's Harley-Davidson.
Collection like this, is and will be the centerpiece of the auction, and that's very important to us. When somebody buys a motorcycle or another piece from Jim's Forever collection, they're going to get the piece, but they're also going to get part of the story and the legacy of what Jim and Mary have built here. And I think that they will treasure that along with the actual object.
On a motorcycle, you only hear the motor and the exhaust, and you're by yourself going down the road. I mean, it's something that you gotta experience to know what it's like. It's a lifestyle that you can't find anywhere else.